有在橘一点的吗？比较浅，对。
整个吃的，那把那个
是叫那个
不是叫鱿鱼炸，
鱿鱼炸。
I must say, Beijing Loop is still as crowded, but definitely not as crowded as the New Year's Eve, the last time I was here.
请问这大概是什么高度呢？跟这个大白兔差不多高。
滨州大白兔差不多高度，是天津小院的城门，现在的地底下，现在地底下都没有必要拆了，所以说十字路口那里有一块就是现在地底的城下口应该是能在。126，38以内啊！来了。
It is still warm. Good. Oh wow. Oh wow. Consider using a VPN like Surfshark if you intend to use a China SIM card. Using a China SIM card may limit your use of apps like WhatsApp, Instagram, and YouTube. To circumvent this, use a VPN to connect to a server outside of mainland China. Surfshark connects to more than 3,000 servers across 100 countries, so I can always find a fast, stable connection. Personally, I have found that connecting to Hong Kong and Taiwan servers worked best in China. I know free VPNs might seem tempting, but many of them lock your data and sell your information, so please invest in a secure VPN like Surfshark. Surfshark's price plans start at very affordable rates. Plus, you get 4 extra months when you purchase their plans at surfshark.com/udays or apply code UDAYS at checkout. I'll leave the link in the description below, so make sure to check it out.
然后就2天就行，就是